Hello there everybody, Sam Strings here, welcome back to the Railway and welcome back to another live stream. Here we are in another week and I hope you're really going to enjoy today's show. So I'm going to do what I normally do to start with and have a quick look at the chat and welcome everyone who's here. So I've seen Marcus, my mod, in the chat, so welcome Mark, nice to see you there. We have Sean Davis, hello to you, hello to everybody, the chat is going crazy. Okay, so I think we'll start by just addressing the elephant in the room, if you like. Yes, the April Fool's thing. So a lot of people have been asking, I've noticed there's been several chat entries, if you like, in here, asking about the April Fool's thing. So, yes, the title. Thing is, last year I did the Tart class, I'm sure you remember that. Loads of people enjoyed that, where I did a daft review, basically, where I pretended that a box full of junk was a loco, a fantastic loco. And the thing is, really, that was my April Fool's thing. The plan was never to do the same thing every year or do something else every year. You know, it's difficult to make these things. It took quite a lot of work, and to try and upstage it every year is just not something that is going to be possible. So I know some people are going to be disappointed in that, but the way I see it is I don't want to interrupt the normal content of this channel to show you something, you know, crazy or something like that. So I just thought I would produce more of the same content that you've subscribed to see, so hopefully people won't be too upset by that. And of course, if you do fancy a little bit of April Fool's silliness, the video is still there. You just need to look up Sam Strange Tart class, and hopefully you'll be able to find it there if that's something you really want to do. No. Should have seen this coming, really, shouldn't I? Are we still on? Mr. Jack 92 says, is this still live? Well, Mr. Jack 92, I guess so, if you can see this. The camera seems to be with us still, and we seem to also, we've got model tracks on the ground. Oh, Sundrian P8, thank you very much for the super chat, and I will, I'll get onto that later on. Right, let me know in the comments, or in the chat, should I follow the train track? In fact, I think I'm going to. I don't think there's anything else to do. So wish me luck, let's see what happens. Hello? I wonder if you can just... I am Gordon. Gordon? So you're human now, with a smoke box. What do you mean? Oh, hi Gordon. So who's this then?
Well, I don't know. These woods aren't private, you know.
All right.
And now, here is a message from one of our sponsors.
The train looks so real. I want to walk straight into it. Although, if I can just be real for just a second, this whole red and blue 3D thing, it just isn't all that effective. It gives you a headache, to be honest. It was the same in the 1950s when it was new, and it hasn't got any better since. But still.
Oh. Hi, Sam.
Hey up, buddy. Sam
Alright.
Strains here.
Alright, how you doing?
I mean, I'm not upset. I was just expecting a bit more of a reaction. I thought I would just ask you a few questions about layouts and building them, because obviously you've got a little bit of experience, haven't you, in that field?
Yeah, I got a little bit, yeah.
I just want you to start from the beginning, you know. Tell us how you got interested in building layouts. Yeah, take it away. I'm interested. Tell me about it, man. Tell me.
Well, after reading a number of magazines, there's one thing I've always wanted to do is build a layout that I could take on a circuit and exhibit. Relatively large ones which were too big to transport, to little tiny ones that were very, very easy to transport. And one of the most recent ones is, of course, my World War One trench railway, which is this one here. And by far, it's my most, I would say, my most successful. Successful project. It's been in a number of magazines. It's also featured.
Well, that's very, very interesting. Thank you so much for the stories there.
Okay.
So, I mean, there was a special reason why I wanted to call you today. You could probably tell that, right? And
Yeah.
I want to say this in the nicest possible way, because, we're friends. We're all friends here.
Yeah.
So, I'm just going to come out and say it, I think you've been doing it all wrong. I'm sorry to say. Now, don't get me wrong, I love your videos. I watch them all the time. But frankly, when I watch them, I tend to feel just a little bit sorry for you. I'm sorry, I know that sounds dreadful to say, but you know what I mean?
Okay.
So yeah, it sounds like I'm being nasty, but I'm not, because obviously now I'm here, right? I'm here, so we can sort you out. So,
right.
I don't know. Have you seen my layout? Have you seen it?
Yeah, of course I've seen your layout.
What do you think? I mean,
it's good. Yeah.
it's world class. Let's be honest there. It's basically world class. So I thought I would give you a little bit of a lesson today. So,
yeah.
Have you seen the Great Model Railway Challenge? Yeah, you saw a little bit of that. I mean, you must have seen a little bit because you're interested in model railways, right? Now, can you believe how long it took them to build some of those layouts? I mean, they were saying it took them 24 hours or something like that. Now, again, not to be nasty, but I could build 6 layouts in that time. You know what I mean? What were they messing around at? And they were decent layouts in the end. But I think actually there was a better way to do things. So you've seen the Model Railway Challenge, so you know at least a little bit about building layouts. So you talked about baseboards. What do you use for baseboards?
Anything I can really get my hands on, as long as it's sort of good quality plywood or MDF.
Plywood?
Yeah.
MDF?
Well,
come on, tell us the truth. What do you really use?
Plywood or MDF?
Ooh, crikey. Right. So the best thing actually to use is the paving slabs. Just a patio, in fact. The same stuff that your patio is made out of, paving slabs, you could put probably an elephant onto them, Absolutely no problem at all.
Yeah, paving but they slabs won't be very light to carry if you're moving it.
No. There's a way around that. You just need... You never do these things alone. You take a friend to help. Grass. That was probably one of the first points, isn't it? What do you use for grass?
Well, I use a mixture of static grasses provided by Pico, Woodland Scenics, and Knock and other companies. Yeah.
Oh my god. My god. Excrement.
What's...
Right, there is nothing on a model railway, right, that you cannot create yourself. True or false? Grass. Right? There's grass everywhere. You just head out into the garden. I see your grass. You got grass. You buy grass. Take a pair of scissors, snip, 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 take a little plastic bag out there, you got some grass. For goodness sake, don't waste your money on static grass. Absolutely ridiculous. Right, roads. Right.
Yeah.
So what material is that road made out of? I dread to ask.
That is made from a cereal box with a special textured paint applied to the top to give it the effect of tarmac.
Although, you could have done something a little bit better, because a road is a road and a cereal box is a cereal box. That is true, isn't it?
Well, I guess it is before you turn a cereal box into a road.
Have you got a scraper? You know, a scraper that you use perhaps to scrape your car windscreen, perhaps in the freezing cold?
Yeah.
Scraper, perfect. So all you do is you go outside, straight onto the public road or whatnot, just scrape a little bit of the tarmac off the surface. You could do that. Then you've got your very own tarmac, haven't you? Tarmac. You cannot make a realistic road that looks like tarmac without using real tarmac. I think that is your problem. You try to find these clever ways around, you know, you've got this static grass when you don't use real grass. You use this odd dust that you can spend £20 a canister on when you can just go outside and dig a hole and bring the soil inside and build your layout. Wasteful. It's wasteful.
But
you are wasteful. It's wasteful. Tell me in one way how that is not wasteful.
You're digging up a public road? Is that not wasteful?
You see, that makes me... No, I see what you're doing there, because that makes me sound a villain, doesn't it? It makes me sound a villain, but I'm not the one that takes these things to an exhibition and asks people to look at them. You know, people pay to go into these exhibitions. You've got to give them something worth looking at. If you're not giving them real tarmac, you're not giving them value for money, I'm sorry to say. Sorry to say it. People will agree.
Okay, if you put it like that, right?
I did put it like that. I did. And the council are paid to do these things. If there's a pothole that appears in the road, no one's going to think it was you. They're just going to think, oh, it's wear and tear, we'll fix it. Doesn't cost them a lot. They don't do a good job anyway, it doesn't matter.
That's if they do fix them.
Exactly. Ooh, that was a low blow. Crikey. And he's laughing. Look at him laughing. He's laughing. He thinks it's funny.
And now, a miracle of modern engineering, the Southern Railway M7 tank engine. Sleek, smooth, beautiful. The same is true of its designer, Mr. Dougald Drummond.
Hello, my name's Dougald Drummond.
No. Drummond was Scottish.
Was he?
Yes.
Hello. My name's Dougald Drummond.
Today, Dougald Drummond is due to receive some terrible news.
Can you open that?
What? Me? All right. It says, Dear Dougald, Sir Nigel Gresley has stolen the design for your M7 tank engine. He's calling it the G7. He's on his way now.
Oh. What do you mean by, oh? Why are you stealing my design, you filthy thief? I don't believe it. You're stealing from the LMS too. Get yourself back up here now. I want to know what else you're hiding. Gresley, you're killing me. What else are you trying to hide? Oh my God, Gresley. You're for the box. For God's sake, come on, I've been sat here for hours. When are we going to go? Oh, that's better. Oh, not bad.
Welcome to Hatton's Model Railways. May I take your order?
Hattons, good afternoon. Hello there. Yes, I'd like to order something from the today's specials board, please. The item I have in mind is the railhead treatment train.
You have ordered 1 RHTT wagon. Please make your way to the collection point.
Yes, that's fine. Thank you very much. Yes, I shall come round to the window.
Thank you for your order.
Thank you.
Hiya, welcome to Hattons. How can I help you?
Yes, hello. Yeah, I've come to collect my my railhead treatment train, please.
Well, actually, I have it right here, so 1 second, please. There you go.
Thank you.
Thanks for shopping at Hattons and enjoy the rest of your day.
See you again sometime. Toodle pip.
All right, Geronimo, let's get back to business, shall we?
Right.
Now,
Okay.
something that I imagine you would get wrong if you tried to do it is water. Now, have you ever attempted that before on a layout?
Yeah, my dockside layout Compton Quay has a basin on it which I've used realistic water in. It's a special
realistic
product.
water.
It's a special product that you pour onto the layout and it dries.
So you will know then that you can't just use water out of the tap. Now, why not?
Because water and electrics don't mix.
Oh, nearly. No. You see, water out of the tap is clean, isn't it? Now, water in a quayside is not. So you can't just use it out of the tap. But there is a way to fix it. So what you do is, you take some potatoes. And again, this is what I'm saying, you can get everything for your model railway out of the kitchen, right? So you take some potatoes, make sure they're the grimy kind, the really dirty ones. If they're not dirty, take them out into the garden, mush them around or whatever, get them soily. And you boil the potatoes in a vat of water, right? So you boil the potatoes in it. That should get the water proper grimy, you know what I mean? Really, really, really dirty. And then you can use that water. That water will then look as though it came straight out of a quayside. And then, of course, you can use the potatoes. Potatoes are actually, they make brilliant buildings on a model railway. So, I mean, obviously, you need to modify them very slightly. You need to put a door on the front, perhaps a chimney coming out of the top. And you can make a whole village of potato buildings. Now, how much would it cost you to buy, let's say, a kit or a pre-built building for a model railway? Just have a guess.
Well, I can tell you, I got
£85. £85. That's how much it would cost you minimum to build a model building. That's right, isn't it? Right, ballast. Talk to me about ballast. Let's hear it. What do you use?
I use ballast provided by Pico Woodland Scenic.
Pico again. Blooming Pico. That is not your layout. That is Pico's. Right. One word for ballast. One word. What do you think that word is?
Real ballast?
Sand.
Yeah, I do use some sand for my
Sand.
ballast.
That's all you need. Or biscuits. Because sometimes, sand is a little too fine. So what you do is you take a biscuit, you shove it in your mouth like this, take some water, or tea in this case, or gob it out, and you've got the perfect ballast. It is a little sweet and sugary, but I don't think that's a problem. If the kitchen doesn't hold all of the correct ingredients, let's say, for a model railway, where do you go? Where would you go?
To a supermarket, by the sounds of things.
To a supermarket. Absolutely right. He's learning. Trees, okay? Broccoli. A big station building. A biscuit tin. What could you use a loaf of bread for?
An engine shed?
Well, actually the answer I was looking for is anything. Anything is the answer. Sliced bread is good for clouds, I've found. What about that? So what I want you to do is I want you to go to the supermarket, little trip, okay? Pick up some broccoli, get some bricks, if you haven't already. Do you know what we use bricks for?
Building houses?
Absolutely, because you can't get that realistic brick texture unless you use a real brick. And of course it's so much easier, you just stand a brick on the layout, you get a Sharpie or something, draw a door on it or whatever, draw a chimney, draw some windows, print off a picture of James May, you could perhaps live inside, stick him in one of the windows. Perfect house. So what I want you to do is, I want you to take the tips that I've given you today, and I want you to build the best layout you've ever built. It needs to be built, well, I would suggest on a patio, but I think that I might be willing to give an inch on there. You might be able to use a normal baseboard or something of your choice. So you don't have to use paving slabs, although of course you could. You must, though, use real grass. I won't budge an inch on that because you cannot get realistic grass unless it's real. Okay, so that must be done. Adhesives, all glue used must not be glue. It must in fact be a mixture of flour and water, and you cannot get anything better than that. If you've not tried it, try it. People, any person that appears on the layout must be printed off, alright? Must come out of the printer and not out of Pico or anything like that. Water must be real water, of course, although you must have boiled potatoes in it first or done something to make the water dirty. The roads you produce must be made of real tarmac, which is harvested from a public road. The ballast must be made of sand or regurgitated biscuit, whichever you prefer, and the terrain must be produced using the fluff, or what I say, gold, from the vacuum cleaner. And furthermore, anything else you use must come from the supermarket and not the model shop. Come on, not the model shop, those places are expensive. Okay.
But,
lesson over. Where are my crisps? That's a good job, well done. That's one life saved. Stunned silence. And that's what I like to hear. A stunned silence. Come on then. Get to work. I'm waiting. Call ended. I have overloaded him. Right. I can only assume that he's getting started on that.
And that's how you build a model railway.
So you think you've finished your model railway? It looks really excellent, but there's something else needed to really bring it to life. Introducing Pebbles. New tooling. Available in small, medium and large for £20, £40 and £60 respectively. Alright, how about a special offer? Buy the medium and large pebbles right now and get the small pebble absolutely half price. Just look, this siding looks finished now. Crikey, it looks just like a nature reserve. Ah! Stop all the trains! There's a big pebble on the line. So what are you waiting for? Order your pebbles right now and bring your model railway to life. Pebble sizes small, medium and large are approximate and may vary considerably. Any orders placed are only to be fulfilled if and when I can be bothered. If the pebble of your choice is not available at the time of order, you may still be charged. Adverse effects caused by the acquisition of your new pebbles are by no means the responsibility of the model pebble company and no liability exists therein. The lifetime warranty will be immediately void if you breathe on, look at or handle your pebble in any way. Returns will not be processed unless they are made within 90 seconds of your order being received. Please use your pebbles responsibly.
How about a nice Christmas story?
Sam Strange, are you interested in acquiring the database of the Grain Elevator and Processing Society, Geeks 2019? Kindly let me know if we can discuss on this further. Regards, Linda Price.
Hi Linda. Thank you very much for taking the time to send this email to me. It's very good of you. As a British model railway enthusiast, grain elevators are indeed of great interest to me. In fact, grain elevators have been a key source of fascination for me for as long as I can remember. Seeing the grain slowly ascending to the heavens gives me an inexplicable feeling of sheer bliss and elation. For years I have dreamed on taking a ride on one of those marvellous contraptions, and it looks as though the Grain Elevator and Processing Society might be the key to such ambitions. I will now share one of my favourite grain elevator stories with you. Margaret Price was a goat, living on Picklesbury Farm in Norway. Margaret's enclosure was small and cramped, and she longed to be free of it, and see the world. One day, Uncle Keith, the farmer, accidentally left the gate unlatched, and Margaret knew that this was her chance. Without making a sound, Margaret swept through the gate and journeyed out onto the farmyard. But one thing was between her and the open world: the grain elevator. Margaret's hooves began to lose their grip on the slippery floor, and with an agitated bleat, she tumbled onto the conveyor belt. Uncle Keith heard the commotion, and his head snapped to the left. He saw Margaret struggling to be free of the grain elevator, and lurched towards the control panel. He extended a colossal finger and pressed the big green button. The grain elevator whirred into life, and Margaret began to ascend at an alarming rate. Very luckily, she was able to struggle to her feet, and she began to trot against the motion of the conveyor. Uncle Keith was very annoyed by this, and he rammed the speed control up to maximum power. It was too much. Margaret was launched upwards at an alarming rate, and she toppled over the precipice of the grain elevator, her legs flailing madly. This may have been the end of Margaret, but she will never be forgotten. Thank you for your message. Sam. So there it is, the marvellous brand new Bachmann E1. It has been a long time coming, but my goodness, was this worth the wait. And I have to say, even though I've not seen this run as of yet, I have to admit that I'm super fond of this already. So, first of all, I think the livery is absolutely fantastic. This looks just the part in Stroudley's even further improved engine green, and I must say that the chimney, or in fact I suppose the proper name would be the fork, is perfectly applied into the top there. As you can see, it really does look as though somebody's put a fork in there in real life. Now if I turn this round I can show you some more of the details. As you can see there, we do have a smoke box dart there. It's unclear whether or not that is actually a separately fitted piece or not, but down below you can see the cylinder drain cocks there, which certainly are a separately fitted piece, and that is a really nicely moulded piece. So let me turn this thing back around for you then so that you can see it. And yeah, it just comes together, doesn't it, as quite a superb model, to be honest with you. Now, as I say, I haven't seen this thing run yet, so I can't say very much about the performance. But before I do give it a try, I thought I would very carefully remove the body and have a quick look at what the mechanism's like in this one. No, unfortunately that hasn't exposed the motor. Let's just try that one more time. And as we can just about see inside there, there looks to be a quite compact but a quite good quality looking motor inside there. So it really will be interesting to see how this runs. So we'll get that down onto the layout in just a second, but first of all, here's another message for you. Callum!
Alright, how you doing?
Where have you been? It's been about 45 minutes. Tell me you weren't building a layout for 45 minutes. Anyway, so how did it go? Tell me a little about it.
Well, it's gone quite well. I've gone for a snowy scene. I really used the flower to good effect, but not snow effect.
Yeah, well, I'm glad.
Yeah. So I didn't go for any of that woodland scenic expensive stuff. I just went straight for flower. So yeah.
That's right. Glad to hear it.
I made good use of bread. I use something for the bread.
Good. And
Yeah.
can you tell a difference? Is there a visible difference using organic, real ingredients rather than just tack that you can buy from a model shop?
Well, I hope so. Do you want to see it?
I do. Let me see it.
Yeah. We're on the patio, so yeah. What do you think of that?
There is no greater evidence of what I was telling you than seeing this here in the flesh. Those people, they look so realistic. They came out of the printer, right?
Yeah. Look, I mean, if I just walk around here, I mean, we can see that one there is James May.
Aye, so you did do some double-sided printing. So you see, the fact that they are 2D hasn't affected them in any way. They look perfectly adequate. And they didn't cost a penny. A sheet of paper and some ink, that's all it takes for decent people. And the flower just looks absolutely superb there on the layout. Absolutely wonderful. You see, you would have spent a lot of money, I imagine, ordinarily, getting that snow effect to look as effective as that. When a quick bag of flour for £1 or £2 will do. I bet it did that whole lot. How much flour did you actually use on there?
About half a bag, a bit less possibly.
So you could make 2 layouts of this size with a bag of flour.
Yeah.
What was that there?
There was a flower. I accidentally knocked it on the floor after doing the layout. So yeah.
I just want to make sure you weren't using any scenic ingredients. But no, I'm glad.
Yeah, you can see the grass there.
Yeah, I see that. You see, and it doesn't matter. A lot of people say to me when I suggest using real grasses, they say, "Oh, won't it be out of scale? Won't it be too large?" And the answer is no. For some reason, it always comes out looking fine on the layout, and I'm glad that it worked out for you. So, it's been 45 minutes, and you are a changed man. You're a new modeller. You have raised the bar. You've increased the standards. I like your mug too, and you now create layouts worthy of the exhibitions that you visit. And I'm proud of you. I must say I am proud of you. I wasn't sure whether you had it in you.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure, but you did. Well done, man. Well done.
Thank you.
No, look. If I was any help at all, that is all the thanks I need. You know? That is it. Let's have one more look. You did it. You did it. You did it. Well done. What are you going to call it? What's this layout's name? I think Mickey.
What? You think Mickey?
I think Mickey. Yes. That's a Mickey. I saw that and I thought, that's a Mickey. Or a Nigel.
I think
it's up to you.
Better.
Yeah,
I think Mickey's better.
It's your choice. It's not my layout. Well, it sort of is my layout because I was the mastermind behind it, but it was your hands that did the work. So really, you need to name it.
Yeah, we'll go with Mickey.
Well done. Congratulations. And with that, folks, we will now move on to an ad break. Take it away.
Hey, alright there, lads. Welcome to my humble little model shop. Today, I want to talk to you all about trains. Oh, God's sake, sets. Also known as train sets. Ow, my eye! Train sets. Santa's Express, £75. Train sets, the railway children, £175. Train sets, Somerset Bell, £4.99. Definitely a complete train set, and certainly not an empty box. This is actually not a train set, this is a bench. But with a shape like that, who wouldn't want it? Yours for £5. Train sets! So sometimes people come in sometimes people come into the shop and they say, I don't want to buy a complete train set, I just want a bit of it. And I say that's absolutely fine. So take the Somerset Bell, for example. I split them apart and sell the different bits separately. So here we've got just the H from the Hornby, as you can see there, £8.99. Here we've got just the L from Bell, £6.99. That one's a good bargain. And if you want something really small to fit in any space, here we have the S&DJR Ginty that has been ground up into a very fine powder so that you can put it literally anywhere on your layout. Ginty. So come down today and pick up your very own train set.
I again thank you for your email and the story. We will be in touch soon about the grain elevator database. There is also another opportunity to discuss. This is an outstanding offer for Tropical Plant Industry Exhibition 2018 exhibitors. I am writing to check if you would be interested in acquiring the list of attendees for your marketing and sales initiatives. This is an opportunity to acquire a list of 28,457 attendees' information details for a robust marketing campaign. Please revert with your interest to get you connected with our business development manager. Regards, Linda.
Hello again, Linda. Hello. Once again, as a train enthusiast, I am extremely excited at the prospect of learning more about tropical plant exhibitors. I have always felt that the worlds of tropical botany and model railways should be brought closer together, and I believe that you might be the final piece of the jigsaw. It might interest you to know that I have a Venus flytrap called Bryony, and she's desperate to meet others like her. Perhaps I could bring her along to the Tropical Plant International Expo 2019 so that she can make some new friends. Below is an unsettling list of my previous plant pets, which also includes details of their demise. Horace, thornbush, chopped down by the council, laid to rest under the shed. Mavis, apple tree, failed to produce decent apples. I axed her, burnt on the bonfire. Careful. Gregory, Welwitschia mirabilis. Gregory's worrying interests cause me some concern. I sold him at market. I'm told he's doing very well. Rosie, rosebush. Little blighter pierced me with a thorn. In a fit of rage, I tore her out of the ground and threw her into the neighbour's garden, eaten by their dog George, who then died of internal hemorrhaging. Augustus, pineapple. A friend for many years. He eventually became too ripe and began to spoil. Carved him into a pumpkin, and he was stolen by youths on Halloween. Last but not least, Marabella, a tropical dandelion. Lawnmower got her sadly, but you can still see her ghost in the garden every Easter. I'm careful to mow around her spot out of respect, but I do attack it with scissors instead. Keeps the garden tidy. Thank you again for this marvellous opportunity. I'm sure that, together, we can make the world of tropical plants a better one. For too long have plants feared us humans. Finally, we can aid them in their rise to conquer humankind and become the new rulers of the world. 1,000 thanks, a kiss on the bottom, and a pat on the head. Good night. Samuel. I am yet to receive a response.
When you look closely at the detail on these scale model buildings, you'd swear they were real. There's a fruit and veggie shop. There's a bakery. An antique store. And the guinea pig carcass emporium. You can make this entire street scene a barber shop, a fish market, a butchery. The photorealistic designs are really cheap to download, and you'll find them easy to assemble using saliva, bleach, or human bone. so you can make these buildings as strong as you want. Better still, you won't need to buy model paints or spend hours adding details or weathering. It's all done for you. Save the files to your computer and print more buildings later. There's even a clever tool on the website to show you the realistic details up close before you buy. So give it a go. I know you'll be impressed with how good these buildings look on your model railroad.
So here it is then, the brand new Hornby Packet. As you can see, this version is in quite a plain black livery, but it certainly does look the part. Very briefly, let me just show you what's on the end of the box here. You can see that the R number for this is R3550. It's a Packet W4 040 locomotive. What's that there? Lillishall Company, number 883. Alright, so let's take a quick look at the back of the box. There we go. Oh. Sodding battery's dead. Hello.
Emergency?
Yes, I think I'm having a medical emergency.
Oh dear. Well, would you like to book an appointment?
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, an appointment would be helpful, yeah.
Alright, no problem. How about 4 weeks on Thursday?
4 weeks?
Problem?
No, it's alright, okay.
Alright, that'll be 2:30.
Alright then. Yep, I'll see you then, okay. Sobbing NHS. I suppose it's too late to go private. Yeah. Sod it. So, why are you in the tree?
What do you mean, why am I in the tree?
Well, you're supposed to be in my loft. You're not like a prisoner or something, but
Take it.
I thought you didn't know him.
No, I don't. Take it.
Whoa. Could you see all of that? Man, that was like every one of my worst nightmares rolled into one. Man, I'm not too sure how to respond to that. Well, okay, well, we'll do our best to get back to business as usual then. I've got some engines set up down onto the track. Sorry, I'm trying to get my head around that. Let me show you some of these trains then. So, as you can see on the outside line there, we have Percy. And by the way, these are requests left over from last week. So, Percy there on the outside line was a request from Sideways, who wanted to see Percy with the Ocean of Ocean Wagons and an LMS brake van on the back. Obviously, Percy's not strong enough to manage all of the Ocean of Ocean Wagons, so I've just got, 6 or so hopefully that's okay. On the middle line, we have the Dreaded Tango, which was requested last week by Nirate Goal, with the Mega Boxes and my light-up brake van on the back. And then on the inside line, we have Mr. T. Revel, who wanted to see the 2MT tank, although unfortunately I don't have the 2MT tank anymore. That many years ago, gave up the ghost. But I've put the 2MT tender engine on with some blood and custard coaches. So, if I'm able, given the trauma of tonight, I will get these started and we'll have a little run with these then, shall we? There we go. So thank you guys for those requests. They're all very, very good. I do wonder if I've got that Tango running a touch on the slow side. Hang on, let me just speed that up a little bit for you. There we go. It is quite a naturally slow engine anyway, so hopefully it's not got a problem or anything like that. But no, very good requests, very good ideas. Thank you all very much for those. Let's have a closer look at that tango. It is a lovely thing, isn't it? Oh dear. Definitely no sarcasm intended there. Yeah. Hello. Always wave on that shot. Oh, it looks like Percy and the Class 2 are running exactly side by side. I don't know how that's possible, because I thought Percy was a really slow engine. But no, obviously not. It's quite cool. Let's have a closer look. Milo McQuillan. Oh, blimey. Thank you very much, Milo. That's very kind of you. Cheers for that. Diesels. I want more diesels, says Ned's Trains. Oh, okay. Well, sure. I can do some more diesels at some point. Got a Super D long sight. Yeah, I've got a Super D. I've not shown it for a long while, so you might not know that I've got one. But yes, I've got one. And I can't seem to find... Oh, the Tango. I was going to say I thought it had already gone past, but it hasn't. There it is. Yeah, as I say, it's going a bit slow today for some reason. So... that sounds like a good time to stop, now that they're all near the front. Whoa, 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 Percy, you stop right there. Oops, and I've gone and let the Class 2 disappear, haven't I? Come on, back up. There we go. So thank you for those requests. I do apologise to those that have had to wait for them. You know, it was some of these were from last week, and I think at least one or two are from members. So yeah, apologies for the wait there. But either way, I hope you like those, and I did get around to them at the end. So thank you very, very much to that. So yeah, I'm still a little bit baffled by the whole business, really. And I didn't really get a chance to talk to you at the start. I'm hoping that that's going to be it for the Supernatural today, but it might not be, but who knows. I hope so, right, how is everybody? What's going on, says Sammy. Well, not too much. We've just run some requests. If you missed them, there we go. That's what we had going. David Snyder Tech and more, I hope. Yeah, I hope so too. That would be good. How is everybody? Is everybody doing well? By the way, also, man, it's really thrown me having to do all this. I had to do my thank yous, of course, for last week. So a massive, massive thank you to everyone that donated last week. Man, my head is a mess. Jack Clark, AZ Rail, Milo McQuillan, Deltic Dan 900, William Town, Paul S, Javon A Bird, The Ugly Duckman, James Stewart, Danny Scott, Superdude 24, Gareth Waite, Charles Curtis, Marcus McDonald, Jake Darling, Colin Wakes, or Wykes, I think it's Wykes, I don't know really. Steam Traction Spotter, The Train Dude 456, AJ Finley Jr., Ginger 115666, Nyrate Goal, Sideways 66779, new name, I think his name is, and well, obviously I've not been in the room for goodness knows how long, so I will just check the super chats for today, just so I can thank people that I missed. As I say, I don't know if I missed any. Man, apparently, looking at the chat, people were able to see all of that nonsense. I apologise. I assumed at the time I was sort of dreaming or something, but obviously not. Okay, oh wow, so there have been quite a few while I was away. Colin Wykes again, Jacob Wilson, AZ Rail, Jacob Wilson again, William Town, Jack Clark, and we've just seen Milo McQuillan come in. So thank you so much for those folks. You were all, of course, entered for the competition. I will get you entered after this. Man, well, I don't think there's an awful lot more to say. I did promise a shout out to Wayne Davis, so there you go. Welcome, Wayne, if you're there. Hopefully you are. William Town, can you run the Class 71 with Pullmans and a Vickers banking it, please? Oh, okay. Yeah, I can certainly look into doing that. I think actually I don't have much energy left for requests today, but William Town, first thing next week, I will certainly do that. Thank you very, very much for that. All right, so how's everybody doing then? I do apologise to anybody that saw some weird stuff tonight. Believe me, I saw some weird stuff too. You're not alone. You're certainly not alone. Robin the Train Girl, shout out please. There you go. Daniel S says hi. Map the Dragon says funny. It was not funny. It was a lot of mental strain. Believe me. Why no pictures today, Andy? Oh, that's a good point. I do have a few pictures. I've got time for this. I think it might help cool my brain down a little bit. Man, I feel sort of red hot, and it's not even that hot up here. Weird. Some strange stuff happening today. Okay, so Captain Nemesis, a painting, just there. There we go. Very, very nice. That's a good way to keep your mind off that sort of thing. Sanderboom sent in this one. That is a very nice one as well. It looks like some sort of Lego locomotive, and you probably can't say, oh, the Ugly Duck Man, thank you so much. Tart Class. Tart Class. No, come on, this stream wasn't supposed to be April Fool's related. I've tried to put all of that behind me. It hasn't worked out that way. Well, okay, we can pretend it was an April Fool's, I guess. Yeah, there we go, it was an April Fool's. It was all planned. There you go. Anyway, Sanderboom, locomotive made of Lego. It is very, very cool, and apparently it does work, so that's really good. Now this is a great one. North Norfolk Railway fan sent this picture of the E2, and as you can see he's drawn the umber brown as well livery, which really does look cool. Again, can't show you this up close today, I haven't got the little camera set up, but believe me, it is good, and these are all going on the Wall of Fame. Steam Fanatic says, I think this is a photo that his granddad took, and that's what he told me anyway. So there you go. Can't tell exactly what it is. It looks like a 482 maybe at a glance, but it's difficult to tell because it's quite an old picture. Axel sent in this. It looks like a Great Western tank of some sort. Can't quite see the wheels on there, but either way, it does look like that. So thank you very much for that, Axel, and once again, fantastic artistry going on there. Wow, Charles Curtis, thank you so much. He says, thank you for the great stream. Well, my pleasure. As I say, I've not really been able to stream. There have been horrendous interruptions that have genuine. I'm going to have to seriously go and have a sit down after this. I hope no one else has been affected in the way I have. Either way, let's try and get through this. Adam Rushton, I think it is. You know him from the chat, and he sent us a picture of him, very brave, next to his engines as well. Oh, Paul S. Wow, thank you very, very much. Hi Sam, can you run a 7F with the 04 on a mixed freight? Yes, I certainly can. I will get to that first thing next week. Thank you very much, Paul. I do appreciate that. And thank you, Adam, for that. That's a very, very cool picture. I'll get that up on the wall. Paul S. sent this one in. Now, this was really, really cool. This is a picture of him, I think, on his own. It might have been his own railway, it might have been his own line, but I think it's at least his own rail vehicle, which runs on it an engine, I think, a diesel engine or something like that. And yeah, he was telling me all about it in his emails, and it does look really, really cool. So that is very awesome. And yeah, not many pictures like that. And finally then, we have a bit of live steam by Hornby from Colin. So there we go. Thank you very, very much for that, Colin. That is definitely very awesome. So thank you all for those, and I do appreciate it for the Wall of Fame. TTT sorts all. Yes, I do like a little cup of tea, Callum, once in a while. That certainly is. That's certainly true. Let's have a little, shall we? Oh, Jack Clark, he says, I'd like to see both BR Green 9Fs on a very mixed freight train, please, good sir. A bit of everything, sir. You know what? I don't think that's a bad idea. If I can find a pen, we will do some of these very briefly, because we have got a little time. It's only barely gone 10 to. And to be quite honest, I think it might take my mind off these things a little bit. It might help to restore some equilibrium, if you know what I mean, something like that. Okay, so let's take a look. We'll just take the first three, and then the rest I will do next time. So it was, blimey, Fled Dylan 8640. Thank you very, very much. Yes, I could try and run those next time if you'd like to. Yes, absolutely, no problem. Okay, so William Town. Oh, I like this. I've not run the 71 for a while. What's a Vickers though? What exactly is a Vickers? I'm not absolutely sure. Either way, I can do the 71 with Pullmans, and if someone clears up what the Vickers is, I'll do that. Apologies if that's something I should know. Okay, so Paul S, the 7F. Oh blimey, with the 04. That means the Tango, I guess. Well, that's all right. The Tango's still out there, I think, so we're okay with that. Any freight? Oh yeah, mixed freight. Okay, I'll just put mixed. I should know what I mean there. And then Jack Clark. That makes up the final line. I'll just put Jack C. So two, oh right, okay, two BR Green, I don't know what you mean, 9Fs. I hope they've both got front couplings. Oh, I suppose only one of them needs to have, I hope so. With mixed freight again, okay. I think the ocean wagons might feature. Okay, well, let's do this then, let's sort this out. So, we can of course leave the Tango, but apart from that, that's it. Now the Tango was going to be on a mixed train anyway, so I think what we can do is we can probably leave the mega boxes on, although we'll have to have a look and see if the 7F has got a front coupling, because just looking at the Tango it doesn't seem to have, so it's going to have to be the 7F that goes behind it, but that's okay, I can do that. Oh yes, the 7F does have a front coupling, so that's absolutely fine, I can sort that. And of course we can put a slightly larger train on this now, because there's two engines hauling it, so it shouldn't be a problem, or at least pulling power shouldn't be a problem. So if I can get these to couple, I'll get them to pull forwards a touch. There we go. Well, they seem to work all right together. I will apologise to the 7F for having to be coupled to such a monstrous engine as the Tango. But I suppose today, the 1st of April, is a fitting time to run the Tango, isn't it? In fact, I thought I was being pranked when I first unboxed it, but no, apparently not. Okay, anyway, so just to make this a truly mixed freight train, we'll put some ventilated, well, I don't know if they're ventilated. Either way, they're vans anyway. So pop those on, and we might as well keep the LMS brake van just for safety's sake. So that's that one sorted. I will just pull that out the way so that we don't get messed up by that. So we need the Class 71 with some Pullmans, and I guess we'll do that on the inside line because there's nothing on this train that we'll be able to keep. So I'll just move the Class 2 out of the way. That should be far enough on the goods train. Right, let's scrap some of these out the way. Not scrap them. I'm not gonna scrap them. Don't worry. Okay, and I will nip and get the 71. It's been a long while since I last tried the 71, but hopefully it still works. I think it did last time I tried it. In fact, thinking about it, I think the last time it ran was when I was servicing it. So it ought to be all right, unless I did something wrong when I serviced it. It's always a possibility, isn't it? Okay. Well, we'll try it. At least you won't be able to say I didn't try. Okay. It's a good, really, really gorgeous loco, this one. Cracking model. Okay. I just grabbed some Pullmans on my way past, so I apologise that it's not a truly long train, but as I say, I think you're having to wait for me to go and fish out some more Pullmans would not be the best use of your time, so I'm going to try and do it as best I can. So there we go. Lovely. Okay, so that's the Pullman train, and then finally we wanted to see the, oh yes, the two 9Fs. So, sorry Percy, you're going to have to vacate, just temporarily. There we are. Well, I say temporarily, he's not likely to return today, is he? But never mind. Okay, so two 9Fs. So we have Evening Star in the BR green, and then, did I mention this? I once drove a 9F in real life. So I had the model centre change the number of one of the Evening Stars to 92214, and that's the one I drove. So there's a front coupling on both engines, and of course they're the same model, so there's no one faster than the other, so we can put them on either way. So what's this? I've got Evening Star on first. There we go. And then the one I drove on the back, I ought to put that one at the front really, didn't I? Pride of place, but no, it's fine. Do they work all right together? Whoa. Yep, they seem to. Not too bad. And again, we did get mixed freight asked of that one, so I will go and grab a few more different sorts of wagons. What do you reckon? Shall we, well, to make it truly mixed, we ought to get some box vans on that as well. So I'll grab some bread vans, how about that? Since bread has been a feature of this stream, shall we say already, so let's get some of those. So I've got 6 of those, 6 mighty white bread vans. Let's pop those on, and at least then that's a reasonable sized train for the 9Fs, isn't it? That very nice. Okay, so plenty of bread on there, and a few ocean wagons. So there we go. That's a bit of a train together on that. Okay, so let's get these started then. Oops, the 71's going in the wrong way. It is working though, so that's one thing. There go the 9Fs, and then the other train, which you won't be able to see right now, has got the two 280s on it. So there we go. So thank you very much, folks, for those requests. I do appreciate those, as always. Let's have a look. There we go. What a lovely double header. In fact, we've got quite a few double headers going now. Lots of big freight locos too. So that's awesome. Very cool, thank you. How's Maud doing, Sam, says James Smith. Maud is absolutely fine. Ever since that slight performance blip, when I first tried her in the review, she's been absolutely perfect. Yeah, she's a really gorgeous model, that one. Very, very happy with that. All right, let's have a look. Let's wait for them coming past here, shall we? Hello there, great stream as usual, says HST Fan 43. Well, to say it was all a stream about my mental trauma, people seem to have enjoyed it. I don't know whether to be offended or not by that, but I suppose so. I suppose so. There we go. I dare to say it, when we're not too close, that Tango looks half decent, doesn't it? Especially when the 7F's coupled to it, that certainly does look good. Have you got a Class 66, says Daniel? Yeah, I've got about 3 of them, I think. One's an old Lima one though, so I don't run it very often. Sam, review that Packet, says Adam Rushton. What Packet's that, Adam? I think I've already reviewed the Packet. Alright, very cool. So, thank you very much, guys, for those requests and for the support, as always. I really do appreciate it. Especially on a day like this, I could do with some cheering up. Alright. I'm sorry for laughing, it's not funny. It really isn't funny. I'm in a state of permanent distress after that. I will have to go and sort of chill out after that. Right, so the 71 is backtracking as well to get back to the front. There it goes. Imperial Blast, says Mark. Oh, well, okay then, Mark. Sure. Okay, so there we go. Let's bring that 71 to a stop. And thank you all very, very much for those requests. As I say, I do love running requests, and it's been nice to do those today. So there we go. All right, folks. Well, I think that's basically all I've got to say. It is 6 o'clock. What a fun hour that's been, eh? So, anybody got any closing words? If anyone wants one final shout out, I can just do that. Do you have any MGRs? I'm not absolutely sure what those are. I'll have to look that up. Again, sorry, I'm a bit stupid when it comes to these things. 89 was involved in a runaway into Bath. She was the first to be rebuilt with a smaller boiler. Oh, very interesting. Well, cool. You learn something every day, don't you? Still alive, Sam, says Matthew Harris. Yeah, just about. Hanging on, best I can. Your Peckett's chimney is coming off, says Bluebell Eagle. That sounds a bit rough. A little glue up to fix that, I would have thought. It's always a bit nasty, though, isn't it, putting glue near very fragile models, in case you I don't know, spill a bit of it, I suppose. Can I have a shout out, says Isaac Marchand? Yes, of course you can. NK Productions 2014. Oh, was it number 89 who gassed her crew? I'll have to read up on this. This sounds pretty awful. Although I suppose on April the 1st you never know what's true and what's not. Harry Todd Hunter missed it all. Don't worry, you didn't miss an awful lot. Certainly don't come back and watch it later. That would be my advice to you. A&E is still there. Blackbird. Well, I don't know what I would tell them at A&E. You know, I'm not really in a physical state of disrepair, I guess. Yes, that was the cause of the runaway. Oh, okay. It's interesting. I will have to read about this. So Gordon is not afraid of heights, says Karen Toft. Well, according to my dream, no. I wouldn't have thought so. Although Gordon does spend his time on the top shelf over there. So, no, I guess Gordon's not afraid of heights. Or if he is, he's kept very quiet about it. Shout out, please, says Train Extraordinaires. Ha, says Mark. Can I have a shout out, says Paul Scrafton? Yes, you can, of course. The Blue Packet, says Adam Rushton. I don't think I've got a Blue Packet, unfortunately. I would love to get one, though. In fact, all the Packets are gorgeous. I suppose you mean the new Packet. Yes, I'll be getting one of the new Packets in the LMR Blue, I think it is. So hopefully I might get that one, although I haven't 100% decided yet. Right. Cool. Well, thank you very, very much, everybody, for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it as much as, well, I would say normally as much as I did, but that's a little bit questionable today. But either way, thank you very, very much for watching. I will see you in the week for some more videos, and you will take care of yourselves, and I'll see you very soon. All right. Oh, and by the way, happy April Fool's Day, everybody. Hey folks, thank you very much for tuning into today's stream. I really hope you enjoyed that one. I'll be back next Sunday for another episode of Sam's Trains Live at 5 o'clock, so please feel free to join me there if you want to. For now though folks, have a great week. I'll see you throughout the week with some more videos, and you will take care of yourselves. Cheers everybody.